you might want to step back a little. Dragon, resurrect Mr. Frieza. Bring him back to life.
Shall be done.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Today we return with a brand new Dragon Ball fan manga, the continuation of the Rising Fist story, The Legend of Vegeta, the Destroyer, and BROLY and company. I'm gonna leave a link to yesterday's video where I basically reviewed and gave my thoughts on the first half of this story. So seeing as how this was one whole video on Rising Fist's channel and it's meant to be watched in its entirety, I would highly recommend for those who have not seen yesterday's video, because I know I dropped it really late, which I've been experimenting on dropping videos later than normal, so let me know what your thoughts are on that. But if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave a link to it in the description below in the top comment. That way you guys can go ahead and check it out, be caught up on my thoughts or on this story in general. And today we are going to continue with BROLY's devastating beatdown of the retired Emperor Frieza. Enraged in sorrow, he beats Frieza to a bloody pulp and doesn't stop. So what I can only imagine is that Frieza probably is like in a pool of his own blood and organs at this point, and BROLY is just continuing. So Frieza, more than likely, unless he's extremely durable, is no more, and these shockwaves are rippling through the cosmos until Vegeta shows up. A gray-haired Vegeta, I'm assuming this is future Vegeta, shows up because the shockwaves are rippling through the entire universe and he can feel them on Earth. But if it continues, this could have major impacts on the galaxies and the universe as a whole. Vegeta seems to be the police in this situation. He's like, no, we can't have that because of the fact that this could break space-time, similar to what happened at the end of Battle of Gods.
BROLY, stop this right now! Get a hold of yourself!
So I'm just a sucker for anything Bruce Faulkner, and that was the soundtrack from Bruce Faulkner for Vegeta, I believe, and he goes into this quasi Super Saiyan God of Destruction mode and punches BROLY, and I'm thinking at this point BROLY is done. He got him at a cheap shot, got him right in the chin, and Broly's gonna be knocked out. But BROLY, his eyes glaring red, is turning around and yelling at Vegeta that he's going to break him in half. So Vegeta is going to face off against BROLY if BROLY can't come under control. Luckily, Chilai breaks up the fight, riding on Ba, which is it's a nice touch, telling BROLY that that's enough. And Chilai tries to get BROLY to come to his senses, on top of Ba, who is like an older version of Ba, like his eyebrows are gray, which I think it's adorable, honestly. And she's trying to tell him that, yeah, if you keep going, Ba's home will be destroyed. So I'm thinking in this future, they don't have children, which, I mean, I don't mind that as a possibility for them, but I mean, the son of BROLY is a concept that has been in the Dragon Ball fandom since the movie came out, so it's been a lot of Dragon Ball fan mangas and animations. So I personally like that angle more, but I don't mind them, you know, being on their own and maybe having Ba as their surrogate child or something. I think that would be acceptable as well. So BROLY blames this entire fiasco on Vegeta. Vegeta at some point in the past had the capability to defeat and destroy Frieza, but he let him go, as we saw in the beginning where Frieza was having that flashback, that really awesome flashback of Vegeta. We saw that, and so it is kind of Vegeta's fault. Vegeta's not the type to just let villains go, but at some point, again, he was in his monologue saying that it would be a lot harder for Frieza to live in defeat and shame than going to hell, and that's kind of what he was doing. But if you let Frieza like go off and and live and do whatever he wants, he'll only do bad. We've seen it too many times at this point. We saw it in BROLY. We see it here with the destruction of Lemmo. So, I mean, BROLY's got a point, and hopefully Vegeta takes this to heart. Months have passed at this point, and we see the Namekian who is in charge of babysitting Frieza. I'm just gonna call this guy Frieza until we find out his real name, but he's in charge of watching Frieza grow, and Frieza never told him exactly when his son was going to hatch, so he's been just waiting here months and months on end, seeing energy spikes but no real hatching, until he notices a crack on the egg, and when he gets too close, the crack breaks and Frieza grabs his head. Now this is a very interesting interaction because we get to see what a young childlike Frieza race newborn acts like, and basically they act evil and sadistic and with lack of any caring of any lesser life form right off on the onset. Like, they are born into evil, and that is exactly what Frieza is born into. He doesn't want to know this guy's name. He knows that if he just curled his fingers, he could kill him really easily. And so if he's got a function that serves Frieza, he better say it quick, or to serve Frieza. And the only function this Namekian Kid has is that he's going to take him to his father, but he warns him, please be calm when you see him. So this is months later. I'm assuming that maybe the Namekian Kid went and picked up Frieza's body. Maybe he's on life support because he got beaten to a bloody pulp. Who knows exactly what ended up happening, but even if this guy is stronger than Frieza, I don't think that this kid has the capabilities, at least just from what I'm seeing here, to be able to take down any of the opponents that we have here, any of his opponents that we have here in the future Dragon Ball Super. I mean, everyone's a god, everyone's a Hikaru, everyone is Ultra Instinct, so we'll see where this is going. The Namekian takes Frieza to Frieza's dead body, and Frieza is shocked. This is just going to perpetuate the cycle of hatred that Pain in Naruto was talking about, because the Saiyans blame Frieza for their servitude and the destruction of their planet, and that is what Vegeta, Goku, and Broly see Frieza as, the destruction of their race. And now this kid, Frieza, is going to see the Saiyans as the destruction of his father. Here, when Frieza declares revenge, the Namekian stops him and says, listen, your father had a plan. He always did, which I love that little line. And he pulls out 3 Dragon Balls that he used some of Frieza's energy, some of Frieza's ki, to help create them. So this kid can create Dragon Balls, and these are Frieza Dragon Balls, so they're extra special, and they have different properties than the normal ones, obviously tainted by evil. And so I like this concept. I like that the Dragon Balls can be morphed by the ki that is being put into them. We already know that Dragon Balls require ki to make from the Namekians. So using some of Frieza's ki, which ki transfer is something that we've seen in Dragon Ball a lot, doesn't seem so far-fetched. It seems like it's plausible. Okay, this I did not expect at all. Rising Fist, you've outdone yourself. Not only do the Dragon Balls have Frieza's ki and were created by Frieza with whatever other properties that we're gonna find out soon, but the dragon looks like Frieza. It's perfect. It's perfect. Bravo. Bravo, sir. This was good. This actually made my day. This is the highlight of the Dragon Ball fan manga, at least this portion of it. Definitely made my day. And the fact that Frieza, he wanted to get beaten down and killed all along, so that way the Saiyans don't suspect that he has more plans, a plan to go to a different universe and bring his son there, is great. Honestly, it's just I was hoping there was more to it. I was hoping there wasn't just a failed I'm going to attack Broly and see if I can win plan. I'm glad that there's a little bit more to it. So here's the game plan. The Dragon Balls on Earth have a little bit of Frieza's ki. The ki itself lets Frieza know exactly where they are, and they are in an amplifying machine, which is also a pretty interesting concept, that this machine would make the Dragon Balls stronger than what they are. It's a very GT concept. to amplify things, to use technology in this way, a more retro type of way, a more grunge and even edgy type of way to use the Dragon Balls. I'm wondering who actually has them right now and who is amplifying their power and for what reason. But these Dragon Balls are stronger than the Super Dragon Balls at the moment, and the Super Dragon Balls, again, can only be used by the gods. So what they're going to do is have Alto help create a brand new universe for Frieza, basically Universe 13. That way Frieza can go into this universe and bring his son there. Not exactly sure what the game plan is after that, but I'm sure if the Grand Priest and the Omni King find out there's another universe out there that they did not expressively create or have any knowledge of, they will Hakai it. So I'm wondering if this is also touched up on in this Dragon Ball fan manga. Sneaking past Bulma and Trunks, Frieza finally gets to make his wish, and the wish is almost foolproof. I mean, no one else can find this universe. The universe is for the Frieza race exclusively in order for them to power each other up and become stronger. That's kind of like the whole point of everything, which is it's a good wish, honestly. And having a brand new universe for Frieza and himself for his race, I would imagine the universe's rules would be dictated around the Frieza race itself, or at least because that's a major part of the wish. So how strong is the gravity on certain planets, how many planets harbor life for the Frieza race that's suitable for them. I mean, they can live anywhere, but like, I'm talking about training wise, like, will these planets be almost like training facilities of their own? Will they have the capabilities to travel back and forth between universes? Will anybody feel the outcome of this wish? These are the questions that need to be answered. And not just the Omni King felt the shit, everyone felt it. It basically tore holes into space-time for all the universes plus all the universes other world. It was a huge calamity, and instantaneously Goku and Vegeta, realizing that this was happening, they both teleported to where this machine is and blew it up, which didn't stop what is about to happen, and that is the Omni King and the Grand Priest taking note as to what Bulma was doing with this machine, with the Dragon Balls, basically making Dragon Balls as strong as the Super Dragon Balls, and ordering Bulma's erasure.
Through the years, Vegeta would remain ageless.
Bulma, please. Let me do this one thing for you.
All right, Vegeta.
And he would watch his wife pass away, even his old rival and friend, Goku. The Grand Minister had also sealed off Otherworld completely following the events of Frieza's wish, and so Vegeta will be separated from his friends and family until he too dies, or when his time as God of Destruction has come to an end. In a few short years, Vegeta became one of the most effective of all the gods of destruction. He exposed many evildoers that had passed under the radar for generations, and by removing them, Universe 7 became one of the most prosperous in the multiverse. Universal peace had largely been achieved, but after many years of silence, signs of an old nemesis started to appear.
So this is the beginning of the God of Destruction Vegeta storyline that I've seen Rising Fist video before of, and that's how he became it, basically sacrificing his life for Bulma's life so she would not be deemed to erasure, not having an afterlife. And then Vegeta became the God of Destruction for Universe 7, becoming a great God of Destruction, seeing all his friends pass away, seeing everybody gone in all the Rising Fist video, this huge Rising Fist universe that we have at our disposal, and even being a really good God of Destruction, which I believe Vegeta definitely would have been. But Frieza definitely did get away, and he made a universe that nobody else can see, and so he and his race are in that universe along with the Namekian Alto, who the relationship between Frieza and the Namekian Kid to me is really cool story building for Frieza, because his son is like Frieza back in the Namek arc and in a lot of Dragon Ball, but now he sees the worth of especially the Namekians, who can create Dragon Balls and have different abilities and special abilities that the Frieza race doesn't have. After all these years, Vegeta goes to planet Vampa, where poor BROLY is there training like on his own. I'm assuming Chilai may have moved on at this point. He already knows that Kakarot has moved on, but Vegeta has a proposition, and that is he knows about the universe. He can go there, the universe that Frieza created, and he has clearance to Hakai him because of what he's done, because of the fracture to the universes that he's committed, and he wants BROLY to come. But BROLY cannot kill Frieza because that That right is for the god of destruction, Hakai, but he can definitely beat him to a bloody pulp yet again. And Broly definitely wants to tag along, definitely wants to go for justice for Lemmo and for all the crimes that Frieza has committed. And that is when we get a brand new character. And this character, I was looking at her and it looked like a character that I've seen from a different Dragon Ball fan manga where she kind of looked like a Tuffle a little bit, but in a Galactic Patrol uniform. But then she says father, and the storyline for the daughter of Broly is just as interesting as the son of Broly. This has been a great watch. I can't wait for the next episode. Thank you so much, Rising Fist, for letting me review your Dragon Ball fan manga. And if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag end of video squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Rising Fist. Thanks so much for featuring the story, brother. You caught a whole lot of small details that many people would normally miss. Awesome review as always. Thank you so much, man. You are doing the Lord's work here, creating these awesome stories. And I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years now, reviewing Dragon Ball fan animations, fan mangas, fan art, fan music, fan gameplay, all these different things. So my eyes are keen to look for little details that a lot of other people would miss, but some other people wouldn't. So thank you so much for your compliment and for dropping a comment on the video. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.